What's the biggest win you've ever had?
So during the World Cup, I think I've made about 5.3 million.
What?
Yeah.
During this World Cup?
Yeah.
Which hasn't even finished?
Yeah. I've made about 5.4. 5.4 as of today? 5.4, yeah. 5.4.
I have in the studio with me today a huge Zambian influencer, a digital business individual, a businessman, socially controversial, has made huge strides in his 1 million plus followers. By the time you see these, probably a lot more. I have in the studio with me Magnate. And welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So do I start with the name Magnate or I start with the name Suzyo?
And anything works, you know. So if you are going to call me by my name, I prefer you go Suzyo Shawa, like my full name.
The full name?
Yeah.
So no one can even do halfway.
I think, yeah, I just prefer
Suzyo
being called Suzyo Shawa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go with that. So I'm going to start by, again, you've been asked so many questions, pretty much around the same route, but I'm still going to go in that, I'm still going to ask some of them because people, maybe our audience here haven't seen some of your interviews. But I really want to understand, first of all, where the name Suzyo Shawa came from, meaning, where were you born?
Okay. So I was born on the Copper Belt. I was born in Ndola. And then we left Ndola. I stayed in Kawe. So I was raised in Kawe. I did my high school in Chipata. And then pretty much traveled to Russia for my university. And then there isn't much.
So that, really?
Yeah, there isn't much. I think if you're asking where I was born in Ndola.
Yeah.
And then I schooled from Cabo, where I was actually raised as well, in the barracks. And then we moved. We went to Chipata. That's where I did my high school at Chizongo Technical School. And then straight from there, I went to uni. So I went to Russia.
So being in the barracks, meaning that your parents, at least one of your parents, was in the army?
Yeah.
Or okay.
So by then, my father is actually late. My father was in the army, was a soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died in 2003. Yeah. So hence the barracks. Yeah, and then we left. We went to Chipata. My mom's actually a teacher.
Okay.
So she got transferred to Chipata. And then, from there.
Only child?
And I have siblings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've 3 are older. And then I have 1 younger. He's actually there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you behave like the only child? I've got a feeling you behave like the only child.
I'm actually the centered child, you know, like my brother's stuff comes to me and what my sister's stuff.
Are you the manager?
Sort of. Let me just say I'm the manager. At this point, I think I'm the manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before? When growing up?
It's always been like that. You know, I'm the middle child. So I've had to blend in with my older siblings and my younger ones as well.
I get it.
So
what do they do right now?
What they do? They're working.
Okay.
Yeah, they're working.
That's a safe.
They're working.
That's a really safe answer.
Yeah, they're working. They're married. They've got beautiful families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you were growing up, was there an indication that there was going to be a different type of success? I presume your success is a bit, or your story is a bit different?
Okay, you know how it is. Growing up in the barracks, obviously the dream was to become a soldier. Then, when I was younger, because obviously the environment, everyone is a soldier. Those were the topics around it. Okay, and then when my dad passed, things changed a little bit. My mom was like, "No, guys, you know, you need to focus on school now." And then we started learning new things. So after that dream died of becoming a soldier, my next dream was to become a doctor, which my mother wanted. My mother wanted me to become a doctor. It didn't work out. And then
at which point didn't it work out?
After my grade 12.
Right.
Okay. After my grade 12, like, it didn't work out. It so happened that one of her colleagues at work came with a newspaper And then she was like, no, there are these scholarships to Russia. And then mom was like, hey, why can't you try and apply in medicine? And then we looked at it and then we were scared. We're like, okay, medicine will obviously be competitive. You won't be picked. It won't work out for you and stuff like that. So I ended up picking up physics, which I had no interest in, to be honest. And then when I went to Russia, I went under physics. And then slowly, I started catching the interest. And then I became so passionate about it, you don't know. So, yeah.
Is it that...
so it's changed.
It changed.
So my dream changed.
Yeah.
Okay. My dream changed from becoming a doctor to now pursuing physics. So it was something that was somehow forced. You get my point? It was
forced, but then it became...
Okay, so the only reason I picked physics personally was not because I wanted to do physics.
No.
Or study physics. No, that wasn't the plan. I only picked physics because that was the only opportunity that I got. I wanted to go to Russia. I wanted to
That's what I wanted to ask. Was the dream to get out and go to Russia and just find something to study, or it definitely wasn't to study physics?
Okay, so okay, let me try to explain it now in a very calm way. My dream was to become a doctor. My mother's dream was for me to become a doctor as well. And then when scholarships came out, we looked at the competition.
Right.
Okay, so my background wasn't a very well-to-do. Let me just say that. So we were even scared to say, okay, you know, when you grew up from these places, so obviously the smart kids, the connected kids are the ones that are going to pursue maybe medicine. And then for me, I looked at what was on the list with less competition, hence picking physics.
Got it.
So me going to Russia, I didn't go because I went to study my dream. I went to study a course that was available. So I picked what was available, not what I wanted to do.
You don't regret not being a doctor, right?
I have a few regrets about life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few regrets. And that one is not one of them.
So tell me how that, because that's a really, really rare to study those sciences, like pure sciences. That's really special.
Yeah.
I think from us as Africans even, it doesn't, something like that many years ago would not have come naturally to us. So then how did that pure physics dream turn into so much about what I've read about in terms of, you know, the engineering, the pure sciences and the, you know, really crazy level of pure science? How did that like develop?
Okay, so you know, it started slowly. And also the environment helped. You know, when I went to Russia, in my class, I was the only foreigner surrounded by everyone studying physics. Okay, so and me going there, I was more on survival than actually pursuing what I wanted, like I said earlier on. So when I went to that class, I wanted to pass. And I knew to say, if I want to pass, I need to develop the interest. Okay, so that's how it started. So slowly I started learning the language, and then I had to fit in, and then I started reading different things about the course and everything like that. And then I developed the interest. So it came with time. Okay, it's not something that I just said, okay, fine, physics, now let me switch. But it came with time. As I was learning, researching, what do these people do? And by the time I was going to university, actually, I didn't even have enough information about what I was going to study. Let me just be honest.
And so if you had to explain to a layman about really what you studied is about, like putting it in the context of a everyday life, what? Because, you know, seriously, when I read the accolades of that, I was like, I don't know what this is. Where does it fit in our life?
Okay, so at one point,
yeah,
I was just like you. When I was going to study physics, it was like that for me. But now I'll speak from a professional point of view.
Yeah.
Okay, so I studied radio physics, which is physics, information systems, and telecommunications. Okay, I'm sure you see the everyday 4G networks, 3G networks, how we build towers,
Yes.
how we do radio network planning, how we optimize, and stuff like that. So that's what I studied at first, which is telecommunications engineering. I'm sure you've seen engineers from Zambia, Airtel, MTN. This is what they do. And in 2017, actually, I was part of the engineers that were building the 1,000 tower project. Yeah, I was one of those engineers, yeah, so it fits in there. And then apart from that, you can also lecture. You can do physics. You can lecture at the University of Zambia. And also that presented such opportunities to me. Yeah.
What else did it teach you being in Russia?
It taught me survival.
Why, when you say survival, is it different? Do you think it's different from, I'm asking Russia particularly, do you think it's different from surviving at, I don't know, university in South Africa?
I think so. I think so. First of all, I went to Russia young.
How
I was 16. Okay, I was 16 when I was going to Russia, and then obviously I left my home. I had no relatives. There was this language barrier, new culture and stuff. No friends. So like everything, like it was a new life. Let me
Yeah.
just say that it was a new life. Obviously, different types of food.
But you knew you had to do it.
I had to do it. So it taught me to say, okay, fine, you can adapt also in another environment. Okay. And then if I'm to pick one lesson that I picked from Russia, is actually to be brave and speak out. I see how Russians are. I see
Are
how
they brave?
Yeah, very brave.
They speak
They
out?
speak out. They don't sugarcoat and whatnot. I think Russia taught me honesty.
Yeah.
Let me
And
just-
true to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
did.
and you knew who your friends were.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you learn the language? I'm fascinated by people going to other countries. 16 at least wasn't, you know, it was a fair age. But how did you force yourself to learn the language?
Okay. Okay. So it was part of the
Curriculum.
curriculum.
Yeah.
So we did the language for
First.
like a year.
Yeah.
And then you now straight from the language, then you integrate into university straight. And then I said my first year. So it's not like I knew the language in 1 year. No. I think it took me a good 3 years to actually be fluent enough.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
You still speak it?
Yeah, I still speak.
To who?
To my friends.
Yeah.
And most of my friends are actually from Russia. And most of the people that I do business with are actually from Russia. So here and there we do.
Did you travel around when you were there?
I didn't have the money. I wish I did. I just didn't have the money, but I wish I did, you know.
So when you were there for you, or were you there for your kind of thinking about your family or a legacy?
When I was there, I'll tell you this. When I was there, the motivation was you shouldn't go back home as a failure, because it's gonna be so devastating for your mother. So I was doing it out of fear as well. I didn't want to disappoint my mom. You know, coming back from abroad and then as a failure, I don't think that's a very good thing. She wasn't going to take it well. I know my mother. So I had fear, the fear of failing. And I also wanted to impress my mother. I mean,
Did you impress her?
I think she's proud.
Did you impress her when you came back?
It was
Like
slow.
you passed?
No, passing. My grades were actually very good.
Uh-huh.
My grades were actually very good. Passing, yeah. But then, you know, it takes time. She had a lot of expectations. And, you know, coming from the barrack setup and someone coming from abroad those years, people had a lot of expectations. If you look at the years, maybe 2011, 2012, most these scholarships are not common at that point.
No.
They're common now. Okay, so people had expectations for people that are coming from abroad. They have to come with money.
Right.
They have to come different
With an
and stuff like that.
accent,
An accent, suitcase full of clothes, gifting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So maybe
Did you feel that kind of that pressure where there were people from abroad, and then when coming back there was that kind? But I'm like,
yes. So it was like that. You know, we come from different families.
yes.
When going abroad for other families is okay. It's normal. Okay. For us, perhaps I was the first one in our family.
Right.
Yeah. So it was obviously people expected different things. You know, when someone is abroad, they expect different stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, they expected a lot from me. Yeah, I don't know if I disappointed them when I came or if I impressed them. I don't know. I have no idea. They didn't tell me.
But I think right now you're probably really
right now
really proud.
Yeah, right now I can say that.
So coming back, what were you thinking when I go back home? This is what I want to do, or was it, I don't know, mission accomplished? This industry isn't ready for me yet. It should have been then because of the telecommunications. What were you thinking?
So coming back, actually, I didn't have a lot of expectations. Let me not lie to you. The plan was for me to proceed and continue with my master's degree. Okay, so coming back, home was because my contract, or that period that I signed with the government, had ended.
Right.
Okay, so in as much as we go to school, you're given a contract. It's like you can only be in Russia for X number of years. Okay, so I was given 5 years. And so when I came back, I was like, fine, I now need to integrate into Zambian society. I need to find a job. And when I came back, exactly that happened. So I went to intern in Zambia, and then I started working for a subcontractor. It's still here now in Zambia. They are now performing very well. And then later on, I started tutoring at the University of Zambia. So I started tutoring physics. And then, do you know these things?
Is that fun?
I was looking for myself. Let me not lie. I was looking for myself. I was choosing a career path. I was getting what was coming to me. It was never planned.
Didn't you find that opportunity when you were lecturing an opportunity to get insight with the youth?
No, the first time I was actually tutoring. So tutoring is different from lecturing. Yeah. So the time I was tutoring, it was more again on survival. To make my hours, I remember I used to get like 50 kwacha per hour. So the plan was to actually have a lot of hours to earn something. And I was feeling myself, I'm a guy now. I need to be independent from my parents. I need to make some money. So I had 2 jobs, the lecturing and the telecoms part. So I could ask my boss. He was very flexible. I could tell him, okay, fine, let me work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I lecture, I tutor. And then I also used to organize my students on Sunday to cover up for some hours, just so that I could.
When did the lecturing come in then?
It came after my master's.
Okay.
Yeah. So that 1 year, that's what I was doing. I was doing telecoms and tutoring. And then I went back to Russia for my master's degree. Yeah, sponsored by the government. So there's this project that came up, the nuclear physics. So at one point, Zambia wanted to start developing a nuclear research center. So I was picked, and then I went for my master's. And then I stayed 2 years in Russia. Then I came back. When I came back, that's when I started lecturing.
So did you feel that the things that you had studied, especially the last one you'd said, did you think that we were just kind of still trying to find yourself, or do you think we weren't ready for all of that? Were those things too advanced for us? Because now you came back, did that, and then took a different leap.
Okay. Also, I'll be straight. So, after my first year, I understood to say, education for me was never about having a career. It was just me taking chances. It's what came my way. Okay, I was just taking my chances. It's an opportunity that presents itself. Fine, there's Russia here, let's go. Okay, there's lecturing here, let's go. There's tutoring here, let's go. There's telecoms here, let's go. So I just said to myself, okay, fine. I have to learn whatever I need to learn to survive. So I was in survival mode for a long period of time.
You're not in survival mode now.
No. No. Now I do what I want to do. So it was about discovering myself, now finding a career path, and also learning all I can.
But that sounds like you're a massive risk taker.
Yeah, I think my life has always been about risks.
That bravery, that honesty, being true, you're like, I'm going to say it how it is, right? And I'll think about it. Tomorrow's tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's always been like this. People that know me now, they say, yeah, this, but it's always been like this.
So when did the Magnate emerge?
The Magnate. Okay. So you remember I told you about finding myself. So at one point, I started looking for money. And I used to spend a lot of time reading. So I started reading about business magnates, the Elon Musks, the Bill Gates, a lot more others. Okay, the Donald Trumps, these guys with money, actual wealth. Okay, and then the business magnates, and then
but not just money though,
and influence plus the intelligence and whatnot. Yeah, so I started reading about these people a lot, and then I remember buying a computer, and then on the username there, just put Magnate, and then from there, that's how it started. So there was no actual concept to it. Okay, it's because I used to read about these guys.
Right, and you're like,
yeah, I'll adopt this. And then I came back to Zambia. I opened a company called Magnate Dynamics, and then started calling by my company name. So yeah.
How did it then, how did it grow from yourself? How did it then
How
grow?
did it grow now?
Yeah.
Like become public? Like
Yeah.
okay, so in 2021, no, in 2020 end, starting 2021, I met someone who I call my destiny helper. Okay, so this person was actually marketing. Okay, so what they started doing is this is when this social media marketing became popular. Okay, so they were looking for influencers to market in Zambia. Okay, so when they started paying influencers, I saw influencers were doing it, and then I asked them to say, no, instead of you paying the influencers directly, how about you do it with me, and then I can be paying on your behalf. So give me a job. Okay, that's how they got me in, and then I saw the influencers were doing, how much they were earning, and then I just told myself to say, I need to go on social media now. Okay,
Selling myself as?
Yes, as Magnate. Okay, so that's how it came about. And then I called some influencers that I was already working with. Let's launch. I came up with an empowerment scheme. Like I used to empower marketeers, small scale businesses, students. I could give them a 5,000, 10,000 like that on social media. And then people started following me. So I called popular faces. I remember calling Zukanji, Brian Chanda, Ken Dumbo, these popular people. And then they came to the launch, okay, for that empowerment, Magnate empowerment. So you could go to the Copper Belt, could go to Solwezi, you could go to Mansa, and empower people with small monies like that.
But what were you selling?
What I was selling, I wanted to have an image, because I knew to say social media was the next big business.
But who were you selling? You were selling...
I was selling myself, a personality. By then I was a lecturer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was selling myself.
And people should say that with this guy is the person who's going to do what for me.
Okay, so here's the thing. I was lecturing then, because I came on media in 2022. In 2021, I was already lecturing. So my name was already known amongst the students.
Yes.
Okay, so I had a small following. But then when I came on media, I wanted to come and market my businesses on media. So then I knew to say I don't have a singing talent.
Dancing?
Yeah, I'm not a comedian. I can dance, and but I wanted to be popular. Okay, for one purpose only, to come and market my businesses. Okay, because I saw how the influencers were getting paid. I was like, how about I become one and also get paid? Remember, it was all about survival. I'm just trying it out. Let me try to get popular so that I could sell my business. You get my point?
I get it.
Yes, so I'm not that talented. I can't sing. I'm not a comedian, and I need to be on social media. How about I use popular faces to help me become popular? Because already, through my destiny helper, I was actually working with these guys.
Destiny help, I really like that. I've got to go back to that.
So like I was working with these guys, okay? I was paying these guys through this company. Okay? So I already knew the popular people. I was like, how about I also become popular so that I can also get money from these people?
And then it happened.
And
you were thinking,
okay, what am I going to be popular for? What am I going to be doing? So yeah, during my lecturing days, I could post motivational quotes. I could start controversial issues. I could have scandals. Intentional, yeah, it's media.
Some of them intentional?
Yeah, it's media.
You planted out there?
Yeah, why not? I could do publicity stunts. I could fake relationships. Yeah.
Regret any of them?
No, I don't. I knew what I wanted. It's not even done yet.
Regret much?
No, I don't. It's paid.
Still going?
It's paid. It's paid though. Yeah.
So now this comes along, and what I'm really interested in, like that, two things. You're doing this, you've got such an amazing accolade of education, and you're thinking, is it one or the other, or I can do both, I can bring it together? Or like, that time in Russia, yes, it taught me things, but I learned so much. Shouldn't I be other than lecturing, should I be putting this somewhere else and doing some really big things?
Okay. Let me say this to you so that maybe you understand me properly. When I came back from Russia after studying my master's degree, yeah, we were promised nice things, but when we come back to Zambia, we got disappointed. I remember going to the ministry, and then they offered us an internship. So it was way below my expectations. Okay, so I came back with a master's in nuclear physics. I suffered for this. And then when I came back, we were offered little money. And then I got frustrated, let me not lie. So I was like, but I can't be like this forever. I need to try out different things. So I was like, okay, fine, let me see what's on the market. Social media marketing was working and things like that. So I didn't also plan to be popular. It was just a chance I was taking.
Another
one.
Another opportunity.
Another opportunity.
How did the betting come into all this?
The betting come into it. It was one of those marketing gigs that came with it. Yeah. So through my Destiny Helper, we marketed different brands, and then the betting also came into play.
And how do you do that with social responsibility?
Oh, that's going to be a long conversation. How I do it. I've managed it slowly.
Because you're also supporting, the market there. It must be a wide range, from the young youth to the older person. You know what happens there. In some cases, it gets out of control.
Yeah.
But you're promoting it. So how do you protect that and kind of say, guys, there's a responsibility on this as well? But you're also making money.
Okay, so I'll be straight. Okay, so when it comes to the casino business, the betting itself, I'm not the one that introduced it. It was coming. Okay, it was coming, and in this business, obviously, it's something that's dominated by a lot of foreigners. Okay, so we've got people from Serbia, from Russia, from Ukraine, doing it in Zambia.
Yes.
Okay, so it was Zambia was a fresh market for them.
Why is it an easy target?
Zambia.
Yeah.
Zambia is a poor country.
But why is it easy for foreigners to do that here?
Yeah, because it's easy to get a license in Zambia.
Okay.
Than other places, obviously. But also in other countries, especially Russia, it's also very common. In America, it's common. Yeah, but for countries like Zambia, it's easier to get a license.
It's porous.
Yeah, it's porous. And
I cut you short. Yeah, so sorry, I cut you short there.
So it's porous. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
And I can tell you to say the investors in these businesses are quite liquid. They have a lot of money. So it's easy for them to penetrate in the markets.
So again, just another opportunity where you could.
So another opportunity, and so I just took it. I was like, why not? Let me do it. If even if I don't do it, someone else is going to do it.
And then how do you? Because you're also you influence and you mentor young people. So when they ask you about this area, how do you tell them to manage it?
I tell them to manage it. Okay, so it's you look at it from one point. I also look at it from another point. Okay, so in this game, there are winners and losers. That's what I understand. I don't own a betting company. Okay, it's. I'll give you another example. A company like Steak would go on Drake to market them. Okay, a company like Megapari will go and code a video to market them. It's common business. It's a big issue because I'm doing it in Zambia. Okay, but other people are also doing it. Okay, so I'm not the only one doing it. We've got all the top influencers doing it. You get my point? So it's marketing, whether ethical or not, it's on the market and it's legal. It's a legal business operating under a license. The government is paying taxes, so the government is getting taxes from it, and we've got winners and losers in this business. But if you're going to ask me on a personal level what I think, maybe I'm able to answer you properly.
On a personal level?
Yes.
What do you think?
What I think? I think it's okay. It's okay. I've seen winners, big winners, and I've also seen losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are things that you have a daughter.
Yeah.
One daughter.
Yeah.
And a wife, a beautiful wife.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, who I saw on social. What would you be saying to your daughter when she's old enough about betting? Not actually just about betting, even about your life and how you've taken your life, how you seem to have just grabbed your life and just run with it. You know what I'm saying? How would you say to her and how you reached your success? Probably what would your too many questions. What would your message be to her to say, this is how I did it and this is how I think you should do it?
Okay, so I grew up differently.
Yeah.
Okay, I grew up different from my daughter. Okay, I'm seeing the opportunities I'm giving to my daughter and the exposure she's getting. Okay, so I believe if I'm to tell her my story, perhaps she's going to understand. Okay, she's going to understand what I've had to go through to be where I am, or what career choices I had to pick to be where I am. Okay, but I don't think that would be the same path with her.
No.
It's different. Okay, because she's going to have different starting conditions. She has different access to different things. The father is it's okay. Yeah, she won't have to choose medicine because of surviving, or she won't have to choose a career that she doesn't want. It's different for her. But obviously, I'll be honest. I'll tell her my struggles. I'll tell her why I made certain decisions, and obviously, I also integrate her in my personal businesses that I do. And so telling her what to pick will be so controlling, don't you think so?
Yeah, of course.
I would like her to be free.
Good.
Yeah.
What does your wife think?
She's about what exactly?
What does she think about maybe how you go forward with maybe raising your daughter, or the messaging you'll give to your daughter?
I'll ask her. I think I'll ask her. I will ask her, but I think we are doing fine.
Yeah, where did you meet?
I met her when I was lecturing at the University of Zambia. She was a student, not my student, but she was a student there. That's why I met her. Even that story of me meeting my wife, going out with her, bro, I had a lot of controversy.
But you say you create.
No, for that one, it wasn't intentional. It was just a young boy in love. Nothing else. Yeah.
Okay, so she's not part of that.
Yeah. So there are certain stunts that we do on media.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. But that one wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
And I never wanted her to be on social media. Like, I've never wanted my wife to be on social media.
Yeah.
100%.
So tell me, you've made a lot of money.
I think so.
What do you do with it?
Hopefully I make a lot of money.
What do you do with it?
What I do with it? You want to know?
Yes.
I think that's it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you want to know?
Yes.
Some I buy cars.
Seen that.
Some I buy land. What else? I travel.
Where's the most stunning spot you've been to, traveled to, and like, if I could bring the spot home with me, this is it?
Let me be honest. I think there's one place I went to in Stellenbosch. It's actually a wine farm. So it had the best wine. Oh, it had the best wine. So it's not about how beautiful the place looked. No, it's about the feeling it came with, the experience, the exposure I got, and stuff like that. Yeah.
In Zambia?
I've been to different places.
Yeah. Where would that spot be?
I've been to Kafunda. Have you been there before?
No.
There's a place called Kafunda in sorry, I'm marketing them now. There's a place called Kafunda in in South Luangwa. A beautiful place, nice animals and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, in Zambia, I think that's one of the best places I've been to.
Okay. So tell me now, we're in a really good place. We've got the cars, we've got the businesses, we've got the. How many followers do you have, by the way?
Combined.
Yes, combined.
I think 1 million plus. Yeah.
You didn't count me there. That's plus.
Plus 1 million plus. Yeah. So yeah.
A good place.
So again, you know when I came to media, I used to post about cars, lifestyle, this money thing and whatnot. It was all part of getting the numbers. If I'm being honest.
And now?
Yes, the cars are mine. Yes, but now
what's your messaging now?
My messaging now. Okay, I want to transition a little bit, but I don't want to give you the plan. Yeah, if you check my posts recently, you would see where I'm going. Yeah, so for me, it's just been about gathering numbers. Okay, fine. I have marketing deals. I was brand ambassador. I got paid a lot of money, like you said.
Yes.
And then it's okay, fine. Now it's no longer about money. Now I want to go for what I want.
And a more serious. I'm not saying you're not. This is an opportunity to really be a messenger, actually, especially for our youth.
True.
So maybe a more content focused person or influencer, I think would be awesome. That's I shouldn't be giving opinions.
So it's gotten to that.
Right. Yeah.
It's gotten to that because time comes for everything.
Yeah, you've got people in your hands. You've got 1 million people in your hands.
Yeah.
So what you say matters.
It's gotten to that now, and I started understanding and also realizing how much influence and impact I was actually having on people. People would come out and say, okay, I want to be like you. How do you make your money? How did you buy this? Especially young people. Okay. And I said, okay, fine. This is the amount of influence that I have. How do I control it?
Exactly.
And what message?
Control.
Yes. What message can I now start sending to the people? Okay. So slowly, we are integrating. We've built a brand.
Yes.
Called Magnate Media, and then we've got people around it. Yeah, I can proudly say I'm paying over 100 people a month in Zambia, and I'm contributing to their lives, and it makes me proud. But now I want to do it on a larger scale. Establish businesses, of course. Become much more vocal on serious matters. Things that affect the country. What is
the pipeline? The deadline for when?
The deadline. The deadline is becoming with age.
I wanted to go to age, actually. So when I'm saying I need to be polite about this, so I just need to be reminded when we say youth in this country, it ends at what, 30 or 35?
In this country, it ends at what, 45? In Zambia?
45?
No, in Zambia it goes up to 45. You've never seen a man in Zambia saying 41, I'm a youth, or he's a youth. You've never seen that before. I think it's very common.
So officially, I think
officially it's 35.
35.
Yeah, officially it's 35.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm 31 now.
That's very impressive.
I still have
that's very impressive.
A good 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but the brand we're building now and transitioning to now will be bigger than what people have actually known so far. I've always put up a personality, a certain face. Okay, it's been a stage for media for me for the last 4 years. Has actually been a stage.
Okay, who are you at the end of the day? Really, you yourself.
This is what people now will get to know in the next coming years. They'll know how I actually think, what I want, my aspirations, and everything. So slowly, we're getting to that.
So am I speaking to the real Suzyo Shawa?
So right now, you're speaking to Suzyo Shawa, yes, because we're not scripting here. But some areas.
So when you speak to speak to your mother, your family, they know the real Suzyo.
Yeah, they know me. They're my people. Yeah. They raised me. They know me. Yeah.
So one of these days you'll come through and show us the real Suzyo Shawa.
One day.
Yeah.
It's been at every given stage, I've had something planned and how I wanted things to work out. Okay. Initially for me, it was about making manifest.
Yes.
So I have made what I wanted to make, the amount of money that I wanted. And I've reached the stage where I want to now start transitioning. Okay. So even this Magnate Media, you see, I opened this company in 2021. Okay. But even up to now, even as it is registered, I haven't officially launched it because I've got plans. I've been assembling things, bringing media personalities, people in the background, building it. Okay. But we're not yet running. Okay.
You're running, but it's not running.
I'm running, but the company's not running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 100 people that you employ, are you doing anything to, other than the conversations you have with youth, advise and maybe advising other people, are you doing anything to your own CSR?
Of course, that's there. But then I'll be giving you too much information if I give you that. then it will defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to achieve in the next 4 years. You understand my point?
Right.
Yeah. So
Not
if
really.
I can give you tips. For example, I've been in media. Media's worked for me. Media's paid me a lot. Okay. So yes, one of them is I will continue with media, 100%. Okay. But then coming to me as an individual, let's take away the Magnate, Suzyo Shawa. I think I want to be more expressive. I want people to actually know who I am. Okay. Beyond the stuff we post on media, beyond the stage, beyond me being a performer on media and stuff like that. So the real person who will actually come out, and we will transition into that. Hopefully things work out. We're applying them to people.
I'm sure they will. So I'm
I
looking
hope so.
forward to the Magnate becoming the Magnetic. I'm not sure it's kind of moving in that direction.
The media part will remain.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously other people run it and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, personally, like me, I've got goals that I want to achieve. Okay. I'm a big dreamer.
Good. Well, we know.
Big dreamer.
I can see that.
100% big dreamer.
Yeah.
So there are goals that I want to achieve.
What's your mum most proud of today?
Sorry?
What is your mother most proud of today?
I think she's happy. Her children are doing very fine.
Does she still tell you off though?
My mom. Yeah, she does. You know, mothers always be mothers.
Yes, there will always be mothers.
Hey, mothers.
So she's proud that her children are
my,
happy and have done well.
my mom is proud. If you look at my mom, you hear her speak or you listen to her speak about her children. She's very proud. She's very happy. I know my mother moves with a lot of joy in her heart.
Great. So I'm going to dive back a little bit more into the gambling side of the industry. There's the personal side of how you regard it, and then there's the business side. So how do we divide that? How do we divide the business side that you're involved with and the personal side?
Okay, so these are two different things. Okay,
Yeah.
On the personal part, it's me, Suzyo,
Yes.
doing it. Okay, as Suzyo, and then there's a part for the brand as Magnate. Okay, so when you look at Magnate, I have a team. There's a PA. I've got guys around. I've got influencers around. So that's the business part. Okay, we've got popular faces. The most popular people in Zambia are part of the business. You get my point. But then if you ask on the personal level, me, it's also a different answer. So maybe you specify, what are you looking at? The branding part or me, Suzyo?
I want to ask you, Suzyo,
okay,
which
me.
you answered a little bit before.
Okay.
So your connection with the betting.
Okay.
What is that?
My connection with the betting.
Yeah.
So I'm just a player. Simple. Just like anyone here that has got an account, I'm just a player.
Do you gamble?
Yeah, I do.
You're that player.
Yeah, I play. I do gamble.
You win, you lose?
I win, I lose. Yeah. It happens. It's part of the of doing it. And people understand that. A lot of people that are doing it understand that. You always can't win.
Do you celebrate your wins?
I'm used to it now. It's normal.
What's the biggest win you've ever had?
So during the World Cup, I think I've made about 5.3 million.
What?
Yeah.
During this World Cup?
Yeah.
Which hasn't even finished?
Yeah. I've made about 5.4. 5.4 as of today? 5.4, yeah. 5.4. Yeah, from...
How much do you throw in?
So I started with 190,000. And I'm up 5.4. Yeah, somewhere there.
But you're still a responsible player.
Yeah, big time, 100%. I understand how it works.
So it's not even like the more you have, the more responsible you are. So probably even more like the more you have, the less responsible you can be.
It goes with your understanding of money. So if someone, a newbie just came, 100%, asked me a question personally, they wanted to start betting, I wouldn't allow them personally because of the experiences that I have.
Your relationship with money is different.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. there's a lot that you need to understand. You have to understand there's the addiction part.
Yes.
There's a part of you managing your bankroll. There's you knowing when to stop.
Your relationship with money.
So your relationship with money matters. Okay. So not everyone that gambles actually wins as much.
Of course.
Okay. So I've had people during this same World Cup that have come out and say, oh, Magnate, I won and I bought a plot. Okay. I have such people. I won, I'm now out of debt. I've also got people that approach me telling me to say, okay, fine, I've lost money and my life now is miserable. It's very bad. So I actually get more messages like that as compared to what you people see on social media. They come to my inbox, I see that. Okay. So there's that part, the personal part. Okay. Now, if you're going to come to the brand, okay, I'm popular. I've achieved what I wanted to do on social media to become popular. A brand will come to me and say, okay, Magnate, listen, we're going to have an investment deal with you. In a year, we'll pay you 10 million kwacha. Okay? To be the face. And obviously they'll come up, okay, fine, what's part of this brand ambassadorship? Okay, fine, there's this road safety campaign we need to do, there's this PR move we need to make and stuff like that, but we'll pay you 10 million kwacha to be the face. Okay? When I look at 10 million kwacha and where I am, I need the money. As a brand, I need the money. I need to grow as a brand. Okay? So I'll bend. I'll say, fine, I need the 10 million, I need it. So that's the brand, because that's the business. Okay? Fine. Whether, if it was illegal, I was going to have questions. But the fact that the business is legal in the country, I have no choice than to accept. Because if I don't do it, another person will accept. Let me ask you a question. If that 10 million came to you to be a brand ambassador of a betting company, would you refuse?
Do you want me to answer that right here?
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer it right now.
But you want me to answer?
That might be Nkwazi answering.
Okay. Okay, not Nkwazi, like on a personal level.
Yeah, that will be Nkwazi answering. You can talk after.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 million. Get this money, you'll be the face. Okay? And part of this is you need to do a PR. You need to appear on radio. You need to tell people about the safety precautions that you need to take before joining betting, how to bet responsibly. You participate in road shows, road campaigns, safety for people on the move. Here's a 10 million kwacha in 1 year.
I'm only human, right?
I'm only human. I have a daughter. She's 1 year, 8 months. But 10 million would do a lot.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'll think about myself. I'll think about my family. And that's how I've picked certain deals. Okay? They come as they are. And other people are doing them in other countries. We've seen Davido doing it. We've seen Drake. We've seen Patrice Evra. We've seen very popular people. Even in Zambia, we've got popular people doing it. We've seen Yomaps doing it. We've seen Kidist. We've seen Ken Dumbo. We've seen Slap D. We've seen Magnate. We've seen Chef. So maybe I do it on a larger scale because I'm paid the most. So,
what's the most you've ever been paid for a campaign?
For a campaign in a year. In a year. I think about 500,000 US dollars. Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere there.
Okay.
Not bad.
We'll follow it. Not bad.
Yeah.
We'll follow it.
Not bad.
I'm going to move to something else. You have to educate me on what is a decent girl and what's a slay queen in your view, because you've used these terms and how you've used them, I'm not sure. Maybe help me. But if you talk about them, those are definitions that people will take seriously. So what's a decent girl in your mind?
Okay, so are you asking Magnate or Suzyo? Which one is which? First, I want to understand.
I'm asking Suzyo
Suzyo.
Shawa.
Okay, so if you see such posts on social media, I'm just literally joking around. Okay. So I don't go to a person, find a lady and say, hey, you're a slay queen. I can't do that. Like, that's beyond me. I have so much respect for women. I have a daughter, I have a wife, I have a mother that I respect so much. Okay, so I wouldn't do that. But then on media, these are, with our generation, you can talk about a slay queen, you can talk about a decent girl. So when I talk about a slay queen, there are these trends that happen on social media where maybe girls are selling their bodies for money, such things. Maybe those that want to just look nice without having anything going for them, for themselves. and stuff like that. Those are what we call slay queens. But then everything that we post on media is just for engagements.
So Magnate.
And yeah, and just laughing about it. That's why you see even the reactions there. It's people laughing. It's not people that are angry or maybe bring a lot of negative feedback and whatnot. People are just laughing and joking about these topics. It's just social media. You know, people, you bring serious topics, social media, people rarely engage. Personally, I don't like engaging in serious stuff on social media. Okay, because it's social media.
Yeah.
Okay, serious stuff doesn't sell. I'm sure even from the marketing point, serious things don't sell. I won't come on social media be talking about rocket science. I won't come to social media to talk about atoms, black holes. I won't do that. I won't talk about theoretical physics. People won't relate.
Yeah.
But then if we talk about these things,
but is there anything you've ever put out on social media where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to take that down now?
Yeah, it happens when you see some controversy. I remember making a post at one point. It was a trend in the world, and then the feedback was negative. I was like, let me take this down. It happens. It's media.
Yeah.
You can't always be right.
And you move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem like the sort of person who like, okay.
Yeah, you have to because even on social media, I wake up, I find myself on different pages, trending. Okay, what's the story? What's happening here? Oh, okay. Did I really do this? Is this true? Okay. And then
Also, you've got a big team. So how much time do you spend yourself going through platforms?
Okay, so I actually don't know what happens on social media mostly, apart from the things I post.
Right.
I'm only able to react to the things that I've posted. Because trust me, at almost every second, I'm getting a reaction. Either from the post I made today, maybe 2 days ago, a week ago, and stuff like that. Or I'm being tagged on a post and stuff like that. So I don't really get to see what other people are posting. So if I come to social media, my posts, maybe I'll joke around with mine, leave it that way. Mostly news, if it's official news, I'll get it from my team. So I've heard of this. This is what's happening right now. Sometimes it may not even be time sensitive. For example, during there was this period when the former president died. Okay, I didn't even know he had actually passed. And then I put up a post. Okay, something, and then the country's mourning, and then you put up a post, and people are not relating because there's this big story trending and whatnot. So we get to miss out on. So I get to miss out on certain things unless I'm taught. Yeah. This is trending here. This is happening here because I'm not really into actually media news and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, for me, you have to choose now. For any reason, if you had to go back and decide to either be a lecturer in physics or work in a physics or in a science world, for any reason, you just had to, which one would you choose? Lecturer or in the science world?
Right now? I wouldn't. If I wouldn't choose any. I wouldn't pick any. I don't think I'm as intelligent as I used to be. Let me be honest. I don't think I'm as intelligent as I used to be.
You're not by youth. You're not as intelligent.
Yeah, I know what I was.
Or as current.
Yeah.
If you went into the classroom today, do you think you'd fail?
I wouldn't fail. I wouldn't fail because I mastered it. I wouldn't fail. It would just take a conversation. It'd just give me 3-4 months to prepare, and then I can write. But I don't think I don't think I would be as brilliant as I think I was.
Do you think you're brilliant?
I used to be. Now I'm okay. When it comes to such subjects, now I'm okay. I'm more tolerant. I'm a family person. I don't study as much as I used to. Yeah, so.
But as Magnate, are you brilliant?
I think so.
There you go.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I mean that school brilliance.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's school intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm at that level. So if you ask me, can I go back to school now? No, I can't. No chance.
I don't think any of us could, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I can spend years in school now.
Yeah.
So things have changed.
Yes, and they're changing very fast.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm just looking at hiring the smarter ones to come and work with.
That's clever.
I mean, just be a vision carrier and then establish what I have to establish. I'd have given you the information, but
I'm waiting to see the new Magnate.
Yeah, in 4 years, I'm sure we'll have another conversation.
For sure.
With actual results.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, that for me was really, really insightful. Again, as Nkwazi, we have had a conversation with somebody who has taught me a lot about what's happening in the world and what's happening in Zambia. Hugely, hugely inspiring. And I hope you've learned as much as I've learned today and been completely blown away by this very, very young and dynamic individual, Magnate.